Due to mature subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, so Gaga or Beyonce?
No, you're not making me choose. Like, okay, ugh. In what context? In what context?
Gaga or Beyonce?
For what? Am I choosing one of them to live or continue performing, or?
The question is just that. Gaga or Beyonce?
That's like saying, do you love your mom more or your dad more?
Pick one.
I can't.
You have to.
I literally can't.
You have to. That's the question.
It
has to be answered. They want to know. You have to pick.
Oh. The Monsters or the Beehive?
Take into account their music catalog,
acting,
what they've done
to
the musical industry, what movies they've been in,
no.
who they've influenced.
I freaking refuse this.
How much of an impact they've made. We're waiting.
I mean, they've both done so much good for so many people. I mean, whether Beyonce for black people and gay people, and Gaga for gay people, and oh my gosh, they've both just done so much and have such an extensive career and record.
We know that, and we're waiting. We want an answer.
Your answer is I literally can't.
So he couldn't give y'all no answer.
I'm sorry, I can't choose. They're both too good for me to choose one over the other. I can't do it.
Fair enough.
I literally can't.
Shame on you for not giving the viewers an answer. But we're moving on.
I mean, tell us in the comments if you think there's consensus. What is something you've done that you wish you could undo?
Lie about my sexuality.
I second that.
I wish I could go back in time to my early teenage years when I had the most confusion and uncertainty and several crushes on several different people. I wish I could go back and tell my younger self that, and I'm gonna stay away from getting too deep because I don't want to get emotional, because that is always an emotional thing for me. I wish I could go back and tell myself that everything was gonna be okay, that nothing is wrong with you, and that you should tell people who you are and live in yourself as you are right now.
Wow. I like that. It's a good way to put a positive spin on kind of a negative question. I like that.
What do most people think about you that is absolutely not true?
I don't know. I don't know what people think about me. I don't know. I don't think people really have thoughts about it. You know, I'm just kind of generic, whatever.
What have you heard people say about you behind your back that you thought to yourself, well, that's just not true?
That's a good question. I don't know, because I don't really concern myself with that kind of thing. If I had to... Okay, so the only people who have told me this are like my sister and my mom and dad, is that I'm like cold. Because I don't really like being around kids. I don't want a pet.
Oh, he sure don't, y'all.
Like, I don't want a pet, I don't want a dog, I don't want a kid around me, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna be, like, rude to that person or that animal. I still treat people and animals with kindness, but everybody just thinks I'm cold. And you can attest to the fact I'm very loving to you, you know? And I'm very affectionate with you, but I think the fact that I don't particularly like kids or dogs, or like traditionally like, oh, that everybody goes crazy over and thinks is really cute, I don't really have that. And so I think that makes people think I'm cold, but I'm really not cold. I think I'm a pretty warm and loving person.
Okay.
That's what I would think.
That's fair.
What is something that can't be taught and can only be learned with age?
Woo, child.
Plenty.
Wisdom. The very definition of wisdom
Yeah.
is the answer to that question.
Yeah.
There are so many things that you will do, to those of you who are younger who watch us, because I'm older than I look. There are so many things that you will do in your life that you will go on to regret. My hope for you is that you never allow that to be a continuous stain of shame on you. When you are younger, that is what being young is about. Doing stupid things, making choices that you'll regret, making decisions that you wish you could take back. It just is what it is. But you can't learn wisdom without age. It just doesn't work that way. Your brain is not set up to be wise at 14, 15, 16 years old. It's just not. So yeah.
Is there anything specific, like a specific piece of wisdom?
A specific piece of wisdom that you can't, the best way I can explain it is you will never be able in your youth to not want to be accepted. That is something you only acquire with age.
Okay.
As you age and as you get older, you don't give a shit about what people think about you. You get to a point, and I promise you guys, you will get there. There will come a point in your life where you just don't give a damn. When nobody thinks they can kiss your ass, you can keep moving. If you don't like me, then don't talk to me. It's just that simple. But when you are a teenager, it is like death to your very bones when people don't talk to you, or when people don't like you, or when you don't fit in, or when you stand out. It's awful. It's an awful feeling, and it's something I wish that we as a human society could find a way to change so that children don't have to experience it. But unfortunately, it only happens with age, kids, so sometimes you gotta walk through the fire to step into the ocean. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think the convenience of technology is worth the loss of privacy that it comes with?
Personally, yeah. Because, I mean, so if the NSA wants to see the nasty messages I write you, so be it. I'm not gonna get arrested for it.
Not the nasty messages.
Like, if it wants to show the little nasty drawings I be sending, like,
And he be sending me nasty drawings, y'all.
I mean, okay. So now somebody knows I'm gross. Okay, but I get to text you whenever I want. I get to call you whenever I want. I get to be on Instagram. I get to be on Facebook. I get to order food. And it's not just about social media. It's about like it said, the convenience. And it's so helpful to so many people that otherwise wouldn't have that. You know? You see what I'm saying? So, like, disabled people now may have resources that they didn't before. Or, you know, sick people may have resources they may not have had before. So if somebody wants to spy on my text messages to you or what I post on Instagram, okay. I mean, it does get irritating when they sell my data to people and I be getting random calls, but it ain't that deep for me.
That's worse than fuck.
Like, it ain't that deep for me. I'll block the number. I'll ignore. It just ain't that deep. I don't know. A lot of people be like, ooh, I mean, like, so be it. What are the consequences of everyone having instant distraction at their fingertips?
There are a lot of consequences. I love technology. Let me start by saying that. I love technology. The fact that we're able to be on YouTube and edit videos and do things today that people weren't able to do in the 1980s or the 1990s without being a director and having a film crew and a film team, that to me is amazing. So let me say that to start. But I think there are a lot of consequences. One is that we don't know how to connect with each other anymore. We lack the ability to sit down and have a meaningful conversation without picking up our phone at some point. Checking Instagram, checking Facebook, checking Snapchat, on YouTube. We lack the ability to sit down in front of someone and say, I'm sorry I hurt you. Please forgive me. What can I do to make it right? Because what we do now is we just shoot them a text. Oh, if I shoot them a text, I don't have to see them. I don't have to deal with their reaction. I don't have to be bothered with them giving me any types of rebuttals that make me feel uncomfortable. I can just shoot you a text. It's the same thing when people break up with people. I'll just break up with them over text. I'll just break up with them over Facebook. Then I don't have to deal with the reaction or knowing that I hurt somebody or dealing with all that. To me, that the consequence of having technology at our fingertips is that we have become desensitized. In every sense of the word is what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
What makes you say, what was I thinking, when you look back on your life?
I've had a very short life to this point, so looking back is a very short
I'm sure there's some stuff
journey.
There's some stuff in there that you told me, and I'm like, what was you thinking?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get too, deep right now, particularly about my personal growth and mindset. We'll keep it light, and I'll just say, maybe like wearing plaid shorts.
You are not getting ready to give us this dry ass answer. The wild animals will not accept it.
What was I thinking? Let's see. Driving like a maniac when I was really young.
But you still drive like a maniac.
I've calmed down a lot since then.
That's fair.
As far as like just doing just dangerous shit. Like, I still get road rage and I still get irritated, but I don't, really do as much dangerous because it caused me to total that one car. And I crashed it a couple times. So, what was I thinking as far as, I guess, it didn't have consequences, I didn't think. And now I feel like I've got a lot more stable head on my shoulders as far as that goes.
You could have spelled some deeper tea, but we'll let you live with that.
If you could live your life again, knowing what you do now, what would you change?
Ooh, knowing what I know now. Oh God, so much. There's so much I would change. So much that I have done that I would change. If I knew now what I didn't know then, and I could live again, first thing I would change would be my process of college and schooling. I would make sure, and I would see to it that I obtained my degree, within that 4-year time span, so I could have been done and had a degree by the age of 23 or 24. And I could be well into a career at this point in my life. I have bounced, as you know, I have bounced around from career to career to career to career to career to career, endlessly for the last 9 years of my life almost. And if I could go back, oh God, if I could go back and do it again, I would get my degree in healthcare, some form of healthcare, don't really care what form it is, and work in that field, and I'd probably be a practitioner by now, honestly. If I had gone into nursing school like I intended to do, got my degree, and I'd be a practitioner by now. So that's definitely something.
But in the 4-year time frame, you started in what, criminal justice?
I started in criminal justice because I wanted to become a detective.
So then theoretically you'd be a detective by now.
No, because in our current political climate and things that have happened in the last couple of years, I think I would have changed my major as I did before.
Okay.
So I think if I'd have gotten healthcare and stayed in healthcare initially, I'd be a practitioner by now.
Okay.
Hell, if not a doctor, I'd be almost done with the medical school.
Almost.
Because I would have started at 19. I'd be done with medical school. I'd be a doctor.
And be in your residency somewhere, probably. Probably wouldn't be here.
Maybe, maybe not. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. You have $100 to burn. All of your friends are busy, and you have a whole day to yourself. What do you do?
$100 really ain't much, to be quite honest.
It's really not. Maybe in 1982.
Right. Okay. Real tea.
Mm-hmm.
I go home, I take a long nap, and then I log into BernieSanders.com and donate that $100 to his campaign. Period.
Are you serious? That's what you would do with your $100?
Or I'd pay a bill of mine.
Oh, you're such an adult.
What's $100 gonna get me? You won't even get me
Gross.
it barely will get me a massage at a spa.
I would go and get me some bomb ass food from somewhere, probably Martin's Barbecue, because that's my
Not $100 worth?
And I didn't say all of it. I didn't even let me finish. I would get me some bomb ass food from somewhere, and I'd probably go buy me like a nice little dessert from somewhere, and I'd probably get me some Starbucks and come home and sit in the bed and eat like a pig until I pass out.
Okay.
But that wasn't my question, so. Anywho.
Are you comfortable with this one?
Ask it.
I don't know that okay. It's kind of problematic. If you could be born again and choose what nationality, gender, and race to be, what would you choose? I don't know. I think that's kind of problematic.
Now, we didn't write these questions, y'all.
No.
We're getting them off the website.
Are you comfortable to...
I would...
Is that okay with you?
Did I say I had a problem with it?
No, okay.
Okay. I would be born as a... as a black man.
Okay.
I would be born again as a black man. Or a black woman, either or. I'd be okay with both. I love, oh my God, I can't even put into words how much I love being black. I really cannot. Like, I can't even, like, I don't have it in me to convey to you the level of gratitude I have to God for putting me in this skin that I'm in. I wouldn't want to be. Yes, I would definitely want to be a black man or a black woman. No offense to everybody else out there, you know, I got nothing but love for everybody, but there's just nobody that does it like we do it. Nobody who styles it like we style it, nobody who cooks it like we cook it, nobody who sings it like we sing it, nobody who writes it like we write it, nobody who does anything even remotely close to how we do it. And I love us for real. I'm just saying. So.
Okay. I like that.
What is your zodiac sign? And if you could choose, would you pick a different one?
I'm a Capricorn, and I would not choose to be a different sign. A very Capricorn answer, I might add. I love being a Capricorn. I used to hate it when I was a kid, but not because it had anything to do with Capricorn, but because my birthday was in January, and you never can have fun birthday parties as a kid in January. Even though my parents, I shut them out, they really did. They would, for a couple of years, they rented out a hotel with an indoor pool, so I could have a pool party, because my sister was born in August, so she could always have a pool party, because it was always hot outside when it was her birthday, but I could never have a pool party. But we did a couple of years with an indoor pool, and we did, one year we went snow skiing, and that was fun. And now that I'm an adult, it really doesn't matter, because you can kind of do whatever you want. You go to a bar or whatever. But no, I love being a Capricorn. Capricorns are the superior zodiac sign. The only thing that even comes remotely close to a Capricorn is a Virgo, which is you. I'll give you that. And the only reason Virgos think they're so much better than everybody else is because Beyonce's a Virgo. And they're like, oh, well, Beyonce's a Virgo. So.
And President Barack Obama's a Virgo.
And you know who's a Capricorn?
We always
His wife, Michelle Obama. So
look, I'm not knocking Michelle, but Barack Obama.
He could not have done what he did without Michelle Obama, and that's all there is to it.
Barack Obama.
Michelle Obama.
Period. I'll give you Capricorns are decent, but Virgo's better.
Where do you want to live after we retire?
Ooh. I would actually love to live in like a place like Arizona.
I can get with that.
I think the atmosphere and the scenery, and I just feel like that would be a really beautiful place to retire.
I agree.
I would love to live there. I don't want to live in typical places. I don't want to retire in Florida. I don't want to retire in California. I don't want to retire in New York. I want to retire somewhere where I can open up my window every morning, look out the door, and be like, God, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I could do that in California. In certain parts, yes. Like Northern California, yes. I don't feel like I could do that in Florida. It's too much
Florida
hustle.
has really pretty beaches.
Too much hustle and bustle, too many people. And too many people in New York, and too much hustle and bustle there, too. So,
Okay.
yes, Arizona.
Okay.
Ooh. It's a little religious, but I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what you say. What do you think God looks like?
That's premised.
Assuming you believe in God.
Okay, I was gonna say because that's premised on the fact that there is a God.
Well, but I know how you feel about that to an extent. What do you think?
Well, if you read the Christian Bible, it says humans were created in the image of God. So I imagine, based on that perspective, that a God would look human-like. However, it also says in the Bible that God is so great you can't imagine him. They give God masculinity for some reason. I don't know why. But if I were to say, I would say I wouldn't think a God would look like a person if it's like the all-being Christian God. But if you think about like Norse gods or Greek gods, they all look like people. I just imagine like light. Like just overwhelming light.
Like blinding.
Like blinding, overwhelming light. Something that my brain wouldn't be able to fathom. That I would just have to see, and I wouldn't be able to register what it was. Is what I would imagine, based on... That's what I would imagine.
Fair enough.
Or, you know, Gandalf or...
No!
Or Merlin or Dumbledore.
Some old wise man with a long beard.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun.
I agree. It's been fun for us.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's not a challenge. It's not a Ben and Jared show. Typical. It's not a hot or not. But it's something different. And I think we had fun doing it. I think it's interesting to hear your answers.
Yeah.
So for those of you who have watched and enjoyed, make sure, as always, that you like, comment, and subscribe, please. And click that notification bell so you can see anytime we post a video. As always, we appreciate you for watching, and we will see you
When we see you.
Bye.